Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and let's get started. DIY number 1. I picked up 2 of these black metal lanterns from the Dollar Tree. These are the $5 ones. The larger ones, they do have some smaller ones for $3, but these are the $5 ones. And I'm going to go in with this gloss paint in white. And then I didn't have enough, so then I used some of this Amazon paint in matte white, and it was much better. I like the way this looked much better. So I went ahead and painted these, and now I'm going to take these little risers that I made in a different video from a couple years ago. I'm going to place them inside to kind of raise my bunnies, which I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. They're flock bunnies, $3 each. I thought they were super cute. One is standing up and the other one's sitting down. So for my family, the taller one will be my husband because he's taller, and I'm the little one. So I'm just going to place them inside the lanterns like this, and they fit pretty well. And from Amazon, I got these fairy lights. I like these better than the ones from Dollar Tree. I think they're a better price point because they come with batteries, and the battery compartment is super small, super thin, easy to conceal, place somewhere. So I'm just going to take these and wrap them around the lantern corners or columns just as soon as I get these untangled. So I just go ahead and just wrap them around, and I do both lanterns in the same manner and all 4 of these corners like this. Now I'm going to take some of this greenery. I got this from Amazon years ago. Do the same thing. And now I'm going to take these little flowers. I'm going to add a little pink one to the little girl, to the little bow on the little girl. It's just made out of jute twine, I think, like a jute paper, raffia. You know what, it's raffia. And I add the little blue one. Now I'm going to take these little mini carrots, and I'm just going to take 2, but I'm going to give them a little upgrade and remove this greenery. I don't like it. So I'm going to take some of this greenery. This is from the Dollar Tree, and I think that this looks a little more like the tops of a carrot. So I'm going to snip off 2 little pieces, and I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and place it inside the carrot top. And look at that, much better, super cute. And I do this to both in the same manner, just to give each of the bunnies a little carrot. So I go ahead and add some more hot glue to the little carrot, and I give it to the little girl to hold. She's got to have a little carrot, and it's just a perfect size, not like the big twine carrots. And then add another little bit of glue on this one and put that for him as well. Let him have one because he's hungry too. I'm going to take some of these plastic eggs. I think these are new, I'm not sure. They're from the Dollar Tree. They're decorated pretty cute. I'm just going to add a couple inside the lanterns. And I do remove all these ribbons. I don't need them. So I just add those in. Now I made these bows from another project. I didn't use them. They're just made out of burlap ribbon. And I'm just going to tie them to the tops of my lanterns and fluff up the loops. It's kind of like a 3-loop bow. And then this one, I'll do the same thing. Tie it really tight with a double knot. Like this. This one's a little closer, you can see a little bit better. And remove all the excess jute twine. And that is it. This is how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. This video is a part of the Spring and Easter collab, and it is hosted by Leanna DIY, and her guests today are Happiness Created and myself. And also joining are Farm Charm Chic, Lori Bly DIY, Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor, DIY Next Door, and DIY with Amber. And with this collaboration, there will be a playlist with everybody's videos, so be sure to head on over to my description box when you're done watching my video. Click the link to the playlist and enjoy it, and I'll also pin it in my comments for your convenience. That way you don't have to go searching for it. And enjoy the playlist, get all the inspiration for Easter and spring. For DIY number 2, I'm going to begin with 2 of these Easter baskets from the Dollar Tree. They're the ones with the tinsel. I thought the shape were cute, but I went ahead and removed all the tinsel just like that, just by unraveling it. I am saving the little bows. I think they are really, really cute. So now I'm going to take my scissors and remove all these little pointy things. That's what's holding, they were holding the eggs, but we're not going to use any of that. So now I'm going to take some foam clay. This I got from Amazon. I have the yellow, and I'm just going to take a nice glob of it, and I'm going to condition it because it comes pretty sticky, and you just condition it by pulling it a lot. Now here it's somewhat conditioned. Still needs a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and roll it out with my acrylic roller, and I'm going to measure roughly and just cover this little basket with it. And I'm not going to be all careful with it because this is just going to be my base layer. This will have a couple layers of this clay, so I'm just going to pull it and just kind of cinch it and just blend it on there. Just kind of press it down and until it's all nice and covered. Now here's another piece. I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to cover the handle of the basket. And what I love about this clay is that it's very easy to use. So as you can see, it just made that real quick. Now I'm going to take some more of this foam clay. This is in the pink. Take another glob of that, of this color. The same thing, do a bunch of conditioning, and just like that, get them both done. No time to waste. Here they are, nice and dry, but I'm going to do some more of the clay. So here's another piece. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to roll these like this in my hand to make these little tubes. So here's one and here's 2. Make them somewhat the same size. Like this, kind of pull it, and now I'm just going to kind of swirl it or twist it. Just twist it like this. This is going to be a little decor piece for the top of the basket, so it'll have some kind of dimension. And I'm just going to press it onto the existing clay that's already dry, like this, just to give it a little bit of detail. So it'll look sort of like a basket, not just like a little purse or a bag. Now I'll do another piece here. This one is more conditioned, and I'm just going to add a second layer to the top that is better, it's like more smooth, looking really cute. I'm just going to pull it, kind of like fondant. You ever use fondant? It's very similar to this foam clay. And just kind of tuck it in, press it until it's looking cute, and then set this aside like this, and we're going to allow this to dry. Now they're both dry here. Now here I'm going to take some of these fabrics that I found at the Dollar Tree for spring. They are really cute. So I got this was like a little teal kind of color with little flowers. The other one's more of a blue. So I'm just going to take a piece. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, use my scissors, and just cut out a rectangle. And I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to kind of go with the folds of this fabric. So it's folded here. That's good enough for me. I'm just going to cut. And then where the next fold is, that's where I'll cut again. This is just easier for me. I like to use existing lines, folds, what have you, as a guide. Just makes it so much easier. So now here I'm pretty happy with it. I did leave a little bit here. I need to snip that off. No big deal. Now I'm going to cut where this fold is in this manner. And now this piece, this long piece, I'm just going to place it inside this yellow basket like this, and I'm going to kind of fold it inside, and I'm going to leave the corners out, and then taking a little bit of hot glue, I'm going to tack down the corners, but I don't want to cover up my twists. So just right before the twist, that's where I'm going to just tack these corners down. So one on one side, one on this side, and then I flip it around, do the same thing. This will just give the basket a little bit of a lining and not cover up my little twists because I think they are cute. Now, if you don't want to do twists, you can absolutely make the fabric go all the way down into the side of the basket. That would be really cute too. But I already decided I want to do a little twist. So now here I'm just tacking all the ends down. Just a little bit of glue and then press down like that. Now this is perfect to hold my florals. Now for this little piece, I'm going to take my peeking shears. They're more like little scallops. And I'm going to cut the edges to give it that really adorable kind of homemade kind of look. Cut all the edges. Just taking my time, getting it nice and cute. Like this. Now with some hot glue, I'm going to attach this to the side of my little basket. And you could use Mod Podge, you could use any kind of glue really, but I had the hot glue out, so that's what I used. And I'm just going to place it on there like a little patch, like this little basket's been around. Now I'm going to take some little buttons, my little button stash, and I'm just going to use yellow to go with the basket. Get a nice contrasting color to the teal of the fabric. And just use a little hot glue to press them on there, on the corners, like it's attached with little buttons. Now if you want to add some threads to the buttons, that would be even cuter. That would be really cute. So now here my yellow one is for the most part done. Just got to add some flowers. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this blue fabric, and I'm going to add some pink buttons, and just like that they're both done. Now I'm going to take these florals and add some florals inside. And then of course the little bows that I saved. And I'm just going to add the little pink one to the pink basket. And I'm going to add the yellow one to the yellow basket. Now what do you guys think about these bows? Should I just have used a different ribbon? I think they're cute. Here's how they look and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I'm going to use 2 of these MDF truck plaques from the Dollar Tree and one of these trays from the Dollar Tree that I had painted for a different project, but I never did use it. And I'm just going to paint them both in this white like this. Now I'm just going to figure out placement. I'm going to add some hot glue to the side of this tray, and I'm going to place it on the side of this truck plaque like this, press down, and then I'll do the same thing to the other side. I'll add the hot glue to the tray, but this time I'll place this whole piece onto the other plaque. That way I have a better view, so it'll be even like this, just like that. And then I'll press it down, make sure that everything is nice and level. Now I'm going to take some floral foam and I'm going to fill up the tray with some of these pieces. I end up using 2 whole ones, just adding some hot glue to press them in like this. And then I take one more and I'm going to cut this one up to fill in the gaps. So I'm just going to kind of figure out how much I'm going to need to cut, just kind of guesstimate. And then using this tool from the Dollar Tree, I just kind of slice it down and then press that inside. And then I'll go ahead and fill in the rest in the same manner. Here I decided to just cut the rest of it in half. And then make sure it's going to fit. It does. Add some hot glue and press it in. And then this last piece I was going to have to cut because I knew it would be too long. But no big deal. Just kind of slice it down, add some hot glue, and place it inside in this manner. Now I'm going to use these really cute bunnies with the burlap faces. They are adorable. So I got enough to represent my grandkids, 1 little girl and 4 little boys. So now I'm going to take my EMT shears and snip off these dowels. They're a little bit too long. So here I'm going to figure out placement, cut all these dowels off. I'm going to add my little girl to be the driver, so she's the oldest, my little granddaughter. Here, I'm just going to trim them down a little bit more. They're just a little bit too long. And then I finish removing all these dowels. And don't throw away these dowels. These come in handy for other projects. So these are going to be put away for another time. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish figuring out my placement. They won't stay here right now. They're just trying to figure out placement. So I just figure this would be a good way to do them for them. Now I'm going to remove them so I can add my floral moss. And I'm just going to add some hot glue onto the floral foam, and then of course the floral moss. And I just will go ahead and get it all filled in, get it all covered like this. And now I'm ready to add my little grandkids, well, bunnies. So I'll add my little granddaughter first, she's the driver, and then my older grandson. Kind of clean up my mess a little bit, and then add the rest of the boys like this, just to fill it up. And now in the center, I'm going to add some of those twine carrots. So here's my little bag of twine carrots. And I'm going to remove all this greenery. I don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of this greenery from the Dollar Tree. I think it's super cute. These I'm going to go ahead and use like a whole pick on each one of these carrots because the carrots are a little bit bigger. So here I'm just going to remove that raffia stuff and then snip off the ends of these picks, and then add some hot glue to the inside of the hole and place my carrot greens inside, and that looks much better. And I go ahead and get them all done like this. Now I can place them in my little truck because they are taking carrots. They went and picked up all the carrots. Take them home to eat them up because they're bunnies. So here I'm just going to figure out placement. I'm definitely going to have 2 on the back, kind of like this. The rest of them, I decided to go ahead and add some hot glue and have them standing up like it's a carrot patch. So I just go ahead and do that to all of them like this. And now the truck is really looking like it's full. Now I don't like this big gap in the front, so I'm taking this little heart birdhouse with a scallop front, and I'm going to take my sharp utility knife and I'm just going to score where it's joined together. I'm just going to score it real deep. Just keep your fingers away. Don't cut yourself if you're going to do this. But this will help loosen up all of the glue like this. Now I'm just going to then push down to pop it off, and it pops off easily. Save that for another project. I think this would look really cute here, but it doesn't quite fit perfectly, so I'm going to add some of these tumbling tile blocks to the sides to help extend it just a little bit. In this manner, I do 2 on each side, and that helped a lot, but it's not quite wide enough yet, and another tumbling block would be too much. So I'm going to take out my little container of trash wood, little pieces, and I found these little sticks. They're kind of flat dowels, wooden dowels, and I'm going to cut them in half. And as you guys can see, I don't throw stuff away because they'll come in handy for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere a couple of these on here, and I do the same thing to the other side. It's not quite ready yet, but it's getting close. So just 2 more on the other side, like this. Just taking my time. I want to get this right. It's almost there, just needs 1 more. I'm going to place it in the middle. Here's another one that I have here. And then I go ahead and cut that in half. I'll adhere this one to the center in this manner, and then snip off whatever's sticking out. One more to the other side, that way it'll be a perfect even look. Now this will fit just right. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint this with some white paint like this, and I'm going to add a little piece of floral foam inside because this will definitely have some florals in it. And I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm going to go for it. I only have one chance here, so I got to make sure it's going to be even. So I just quickly just kind of like figure it out, place it in there, boom. It fits. Now I know there's a gap in between the tray and then this other piece, but I'm going to add florals inside the middle where the tray handle is. So see, that's where the florals are. Yes. Now I'm going to take these little rounds. These are wood rounds that I had in my stash, and I'm going to paint those white real quick. And then I'm going to add some little flower windowclings, these little flower ones here. And I'm going to adhere them with some Mod Podge. So I'm just going to remove one to show you real quick. So here's my Mod Podge just in the mat. And I just do a little dab on the circle, and then my little brush to brush it on. Make sure it's a good coat, nice and thorough. Place my little flower. These will be my hubcaps, and look how cute they are. Now all I have to do is adhere with some hot glue, and I'm just going to be very careful to not burn my fingers, and go around and then place a little hubcap. This will be how I'm going to decorate my wheels. I'm not going to paint the tires black. Look how cute. And I also added some florals to the back of the tray handle because the floral foam was showing. So hey, why not? So now I'm taking some pieces of burlap that I had in my stash. I'm just going to take some of the fibers off to kind of fray the ends. And I'm going to add this stripe as embellishment. I was going to do something with the cricket, make like a little sign or something, but then I thought, let me use some of this burlap. I have some of this burlap, and the little bunnies have kind of like a burlap face to it, so it kind of goes with it. So here I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want it, hold it with my thumb and my finger, add some hot glue to the truck, and pull it across nice and even. Press all the adhesive onto it. And now I'm going to snip off the excess and do the same thing. Add some adhesive, some hot glue, and press it onto the back. I don't want to mess with my flowers. I like the way the flowers look, so I'm not going to go all the way back there. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, like this. Now I found this really cute ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's got a bunch of little carrots, and it's thin, and I thought this is perfect. This will embellish the burlap ribbon. Just for another layer, because you know I'm extra, guys. You guys know I'm extra when it comes to my embellishments. Now, if you guys make something like this, of course, feel free to stop whenever you're happy with how it looks. But yeah, I'm a little extra, so I'm gonna keep going. So here I'm just gonna add this ribbon just because I think it's adorable, and I'll do the same thing, kind of snip off the end and adhere it to the back part, but only to the flowers. I don't get into where the flowers are. And then one fell off, but it's okay. Push it back in that handle. Now here both sides are done, looking adorable. Now I'm going to make a bow because I feel like this needs at least one bow in the center of the front. So I'm just going to do a regular bow with 2 loops and 2 tails. Just form it until I'm happy with it, like this. Snip off the extra. And before I add this, I decided I'm going to take some of these fibers that I had from when I frayed the burlap ribbon, and I'm going to gather quite a few of them and kind of snip off the excess, and then add a few more like this, snip off this excess, and then tie a knot in the center just to give this little truck a little element of like a natural organic effect. Trim off the ends so it's nice and even. Add a little dab of glue to the knot and place it in the center of my ribbon. And then I'll layer my other bow, or should I say my bow, on top of the little knot. And that just gives it another little layer. I just think it's super cute. And here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 4, I'm going to use 2 of these little bunny shapes from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to use 4 of these bunny shapes. These are from Amazon. They came in a pack of, I think, 20, I think. And I'm going to go in with these 4 paints from the Dollar Tree. They're metallic colors, and paint them up. And I'm going to take some of the Waverly Antique Wax and paint the sides like this. Allow these to dry. Place them on the sides. Now I'm going to take this board that I had in my backyard. You guys follow me? You guys know I have wood in my backyard from old projects. And there's no need to buy any wood at the Dollar Tree if I have some at home. And once I adhere them onto the wood, now I'm just going to add some of these Farmhouse wax flowers from the Dollar Tree. And I'll allow these to dry overnight. And that is it for now. This is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. And for DIY number 5, I picked up this plastic flower holder from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. The first time I've seen it, I thought it was really cute, so I'm going to use it. And let me tell you, I had all kinds of ideas going through my head. I was thinking about adding some rocks and some goldfish and some lights and all kinds of things. You know, you could do a lot with these. So I just went ahead and got some of the little pebbles from the Dollar Tree, these little white stones. Here's a skew. You can see it. And I'm just going to add that to the bottom. And again, like I said, you could add goldfish to this if you want, or lights, or what have you. I'm going to leave it like this. And I'm going to add some of these flowers. I decided to just use these tulips and some of these purple flowers and some of these white flowers. And I just decided to keep it simple like this. Now at the Dollar Tree, I found some new purple ribbon. It's kind of a burlap kind of look. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit around the whole box. Adhere it with a little bit of hot glue. And then take some of that ribbon and create a bow. So I'll just make a quick bow. And then dovetail the ends. And like I said, I'm going to keep this one really, really simple. Just because I got pretty extra with the others. Well, a couple of the others. Especially the truck. So here I'm just going to snip this off and make the dovetails. Just because it's going to be simple, so we're going to make it cute. And then add a dab of glue and place it on the existing ribbon. And that is it for this one. Really quick, really easy. Here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to come follow me on there. Here is my QR code. This year I decided to start posting just on Wednesdays. Here is my QR code for TikTok, also Wednesdays. And Facebook QR code, also Wednesdays. And Pinterest, whenever I think about it. And Fanbase, whenever I think about it. It's been a busy time. Lemonade, Wednesdays. Threads, Wednesdays. And Hometalk, twice a month. And I do have a Facebook group. I invite you to come join us there. And then now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you think and which one is your favorite one. Well, I'll take a moment and thank Leanna from Leanna DIY for inviting me to join in on her collaboration for spring and Easter. I had a lot of fun creating for it. And again, don't forget to check out the playlist when you're done watching my video and enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be full of a lot of inspiration for spring and for Easter. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great, great day. Bye-bye.